Is this something worth buying? A 2004 Dale Earnhardt Jr. Monte Carlo SS with 204,000 miles? 450 SL. Somebody donated this thing. Here we go. I don't feel great about it. I want it for $600 and I feel like somebody's going to overpay for it. $1,000. I am not going to spend $5,000, $10,000 on a car for you. Instead, I'm gonna teach you how to earn yourself a car. Welcome to Flying Wheels. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels, and in today's video, you are coming along with me to a donation auction. What's a donation auction? Well, if someone passes away or just generally doesn't want to sell their car, they can donate it to a non-profit and get a tax credit. And then someone like me will go and purchase that vehicle, and the proceeds that I use towards that car then goes towards the non-profit. So it's us helping people while also purchasing vehicles at the same time. And these auctions sometimes have some pretty cool cars. Well, my son just turned 15. We have 1 year to get him a really nice vehicle, but he only has $1,000. So for the next year, we're going to use this $1,000 in a flip series where we buy, fix, clean, and sell cars until we work up to a really nice car by the time he's 16. He's going to learn a ton. You're going to learn a ton. This is going to be a fun series, and this is episode number 1. My name is Craig from Flying Wheels. Let's get going. Is this something worth buying? A 2004 Dale Earnhardt Jr. Monte Carlo SS with 204,000 miles? It's rough, dent in the lower bumper, we have the clear coat faded off, but there's no rust, and the interior's in great shape. The wheels are clean, clear coat failing everywhere, but the interior, is there any value to this car?
About 405. See, you gotta be 4.5.
Yeah.
Now 5. Now half.
Yeah.
Now 6.
I really shouldn't have bought that Dale Jr. car, but for $550, that's kind of a fun project. And it did something good. It contributed and donated to a good function. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm talking about. Here's the other that I'm looking at. A 1979 SL 560, I believe, with 146,000 miles. Somebody donated this car, 450 SL. Somebody donated this thing. That's a pretty classy and luxurious car. What is it worth, though? Now here's what I came here for. A 1990 Toyota Celica ST. Base model, crank windows, 4-cylinder. I wish it was a 5-speed, but this car, down to the original wheels, is so cool to still see alive. I am such a sucker for anything like this, and this has my name all over it. But there isn't a lot of value, so it really depends on what people want to pay for it, because how much is this going to sell for retail? Who's going to buy this thing after me? Am I buying it because I like it, or am I buying it because someone else is going to want it after me, and I'm going to make a profit on it? That is probably, I don't know. But it has 70,000 original miles. This is more like a cars and bids type car. Here we go. I don't feel great about it. I want it for $600, and I feel like somebody's going to overpay for it. Starting bid's $5,000, $5,000. 2,700 on that Toyota Celica. Who's gonna buy that thing? And what is it worth? Am I way wrong? Am I way wrong? I've never seen one since 1996, so it's cool to still see it, but it's not a GT, it's not a 5-speed, but it has 70,000 miles and it's original. How do you put a price on something like that? It's not even a collector's car. I don't even know how, I want you guys to tell me what this thing is worth. Should I have bought it? 78,000 miles, 1990. Should I have bought it one owner, no accidents, or should I have left it alone? Forget that Celica, although I really feel like I should have bought that, but that was way too much money. Forget this thing, although this, for $4,000, was probably a steal. I think that might have been the one I missed out on today. But I paid $650 for a Monte Carlo SS with a supercharger. The supercharger on this car is worth what I paid for it. Now, it needs a headlight correction, and yes, the bumper is dented, and I'm gonna show you how to fix that in today's video. And yes, the clear coat is faded, and we're gonna try to figure out what to do with that, but the wheels are clean, and the tires are good, and it has no rust on it. And this stuff is like dirt. Watch, if I spit on it, like, I think this paint's gonna clean up for the most part around this car. And then going to the inside, like, It still has the original books with it, and manuals, and heated seats. And look at how nice that Dale Jr. headrest is in the back seats, and even the driver's seat at 200,000 miles. Signed by Dale Jr., number 8 on the clock. Wow, 2004, 204,000 mile, number 8, Dale Jr. Supercharged Monte Carlo SS that I paid $650 for. And in today's video, number 1, we're gonna find out if it runs. Number 2, we're gonna try to bring it back to life. And then number 3, we're gonna try to sell it at the end of this video. Will we make money? Will we not make money? I don't know. You're gonna find out with me. And what's the backstory? Why did somebody donate this car? All right, I've already said it, but 2004 Monte Carlo SS Supercharged, probably a 3.8 liter V6 in pretty good shape for having 204,000 miles. We have power seats, power windows, we have heated seats, which I've already said. Don't have the keys just yet. We have to pay for this vehicle prior to getting the keys. The dash is not cracked. The windshield is though. We have a sunroof. Headrests are absolutely impeccable. And so are the back seats. Oh, I like back seats. They remind me of high school. We have the 8 on the sill plate. We have the 8 on the cluster signed by Dale Jr. Hood stays up on its own. We have a nice supercharger covered in a little bit of oil. If my memory serves me correctly, yep, 3.8 liter V6. One of the best engines GM honestly ever made. It's clearly been sitting out for a while. You can see the leaves everywhere. The first thing we're gonna do is get a clean slate. We're gonna bring this thing back to like original base, like just clean it, get it clean. And then from there, we can figure out what we're gonna do. But first, we need to pay for it. And then after we pay for it, we need to hope it starts and get it out of here. So I live in Florida now, and there are e-bikes everywhere. My kids have been bugging me for an e-bike. So sometimes I'll drop a car off at my shop and I need transportation back. Today's video is sponsored by Electric e-bikes, which I am pumped to have. This one just showed up the other day and it took me under 5 minutes to build. Batteries there, key to unlock the batteries here, front suspension, comes with a headlight, reflector. It has pedal assist like he's using right there, but you can also just hit the button and have it go on its own. Their e-bikes have a top speed of up to 28 miles an hour, and some have over 50 miles of range on a full charge. We've already ridden this one 39 miles. We can increase speed with the plus or minus, and we can also shift gears and pedal. I bought this one for myself, but my kids are using it more than I am. The kids absolutely love it, and so do I. They are incredibly affordable, have tons of different styles. This one was my favorite. So thanks to Electric e-bikes for sponsoring this video. And if you're ready to join over 500,000 happy riders, head to the link in the description, or you can scan this QR code that's been on the screen the entire time and get a free bike cover on them with your bike order by using code FLYINGWHEELS at checkout. Thanks Electric, thanks to all of you for supporting us and our channel. I'm pumped about my new e-bike. Let's get back to the video. Well, look at what we have right here. This is our Monte Carlo SS Supercharged 6-cylinder. Pretty sure the battery is stone dead, so we're gonna end up pushing this thing out of the trailer. I gotta hop in the window in time as to not hit the Ford Fusion, or I could be smart and just move the Ford Fusion. We're gonna try to get this thing out of the trailer today. Hey, we go. Oh, I think I'm gonna do it. Ooh, almost hit the mirror, and we did it. We're out. Like I've done this before, which I have. Looking at it right now, this is gonna be a fun project because I want you to notice how filthy the engine bay is. The leaves, the grease, the grime, nasty. The headlights, look at those headlights. The clear coat, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do about the clear coat yet. We have a dent in the bumper we're gonna fix. There's just so much to this car that we can do and make it look good again. Look at how dirty, just stuff has been caked on this for years, like it sat outside under a tree. Do a taillight restoration too, which I've never done before. We'll do the reverse lights as well because those are a little oxidized and yellow. And then the inside is just a regular detail. I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's gonna come out really, really well. Let's get the Fusion in the trailer and the Monte Carlo in the garage for our next video. I have an idea. Are you ready for the idea? Yeah. Okay. I am not going to spend $5,000, $10,000 on a car for you when it's time. Instead, I'm gonna teach you how to earn yourself a car. And I have a surprise for you, and the surprise is your first car. Right there. Congratulations. This is your first car ever. What is it? Let's go check it out. This right here is a 2004 Chevy Monte Carlo Supercharged 3.8 liter V6 SS Dale Earnhardt Jr. edition. Now it looks ugly. The idea is you and I are gonna bring this thing back to life, sell it, cash out, roll the money into the next car that you get to choose until 2 years from now, you get your first car that you want to be driving around in. This is our new series. So instead of flipping $400 to a Ferrari, we're flipping $650 Chevy Malibu Monte Carlo Supercharged SS Dale Earnhardt Jr. car to your first drivable vehicle. All right, so I was at the auction the other day, a donation auction. Somebody donated this car, and if you look over here, it actually says donation, charity donation. So somebody had this car, something happened to them or the car, they got sick of it, they donated it to charity. So the $650 that I spent on it gets donated to charity. In the meantime, you now have your first car that has slick wheels, nice red paint,
way too fast for motors.
Some racing stripes down the side, one of the best engines Chevy has ever made. This is a 3.8 liter V6 with a supercharger on it, which is really pretty awesome, to be honest with you. Now, this car is rough, it is dirty. We're gonna clean it up today. I'm gonna teach you how to polish the headlights. I'm going to teach you how to pop that dent in the lower bumper down there. We're gonna figure out what to do with the clear coat. We're gonna clean the inside up and get this looking as mint as can be. And then we're gonna try to sell it, and then we're gonna rinse and repeat, okay? First things first, we gotta get this thing running. Grab some jumper cables out of my trailer over there. We're first gonna teach you how to jumpstart a car with jumper cables. So your first lesson is how to jumpstart a car. We have a stone dead battery in this thing. Now, you have red, which is positive, black, which is negative. Plus positive, negative, minus, okay? So we're gonna go red to red first. Red is first on, okay? And last off. So we're gonna go red, red, and then red, red. You can do it here, or you can do it on the side terminal of this battery. Let's do it here. Now, get the red on the other one as well. Now, the reason we don't put the blacks on yet, you're not gonna get any spark. So if you connect that, you don't have the negative terminal to give you any juice. Now you connect the black here. Go right on the big one. Get a nice big connection right here. Get a good squeeze right there. Now negative to negative on this one. You can use these as grounds. You can use this as a ground, or if you can connect it to that little spot right there, that's your negative on the battery. See the spark? That's how you know we have power. All right, grab the key to this in the center console. Silly side terminals on GM. Now, if we don't have any power, we don't have a good connection. If we have a little bit of power, we have a good connection, but not enough juice in the battery. So sometimes you have to leave it connected to our battery while the vehicle's running in order to charge this battery enough to get it started. Hold it while it... Keep holding it. All right, let's just give it a minute. Take the key out. And while we're at it, the lovely woman over there gave you your first gift. This is a chamois, a quick dry towel. She gifted you that over the fence because she heard your story, so congrats. So now, Dale Earnhardt died tragically in a car accident, NASCAR race. Dale Earnhardt Jr., his son, was also a NASCAR racer, and this is his edition. So they were Dale Earnhardt Monte Carlos in the 80s. This is his version, the junior car. Those came with like 305 V8s. This one comes with a 6-cylinder supercharged. It actually puts out probably the same power that the 305 did. The steering wheel's filthy. The mirror's broken. The interior's filthy. The window was down. We had a solid rainstorm the other day. Today, we're just gonna get this thing back to life. We're gonna bring it back to life. I actually have a razor blade, so while this is charging, why don't you take the razor blade and remove all the stickers first. It's been a few minutes, so let's try it out. When you turn the key, just hold it. Keep holding it, keep going, come on, baby. Oh, jeez, all right, remove it. Pack, and we have battery cables on it now, so let's see what happens. Cool. All right, instead of messing around with the battery, another terrible design of GM is that their battery is under a crossbar. So not only is it annoying that it's side post terminals, you also have to remove this crossbar just to remove the battery. And you can see how it's like wedged in between things. So this is gonna be annoying. So we're just gonna take that apart and get a brand new battery for it. Already off to a frustrating start. So I moved the crossbar, then the battery's mounted down. So I removed the mount. So we have free space for the battery. We have a harness here. We have some modules here. We have the front right here and the radiator. So even though everything is removed, there's still no space for the battery to come out. This is GM engineering. It doesn't make any sense. Some genius thought this was appropriate.
A few moments later.
Logan's learning how heavy a battery actually is. So brand new battery for that Monte Carlo is roughly $130 to $140. Now, we could spend $140 on a car that we might sell for $1,500, or we can go to the junkyard and get a perfectly good battery to replace the bad battery for maybe $40 or $50. So we're at the junkyard looking to see if we can find the correct battery with good charge that's fairly new for significantly less money. We try to save $100. Okay, so you'll see here 3800 V6. That's the same engine that's in your car minus the supercharger. No supercharger on it. The battery would be right here. That's the battery we want. Generally speaking, my junkyard battery is a good idea. This scenario, backfired. They didn't have the battery we needed, and they wanted $50 for their batteries anyway. So we went to Walmart and spent $70 on a brand new one. So this car is getting a brand new battery for $70. Logan, you want to throw it in? Good luck trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. This faces that way. Try to stand it straight up and down, and then drop it in. So I think probably best to do this. Let's take that out of there. All right, so we're gonna drop it in here, try to maneuver it in, and it's not gonna be easy. And I might say some F words. I'm gonna swear at some GMF. Oh, God damn it.
That was an overreaction.
I really dented your fender. Lesson learned, don't do what I just did. That really hurt. Good news, I get to teach you how to pop a dent out. Don't do what I do, calm your nerves. This is ridiculous that someone thought that this was a good design. This is so stupid. And whoever designed this really needs a solid beating, because think of how much frustration they've caused millions of people that have owned Chevys like this. Couldn't even tell you what it's stuck on right now.
15 minutes later.
The battery is in. Took me 15 minutes of making a scene in front of my son, showing him what pure anger looks like. I now have to fix a dented fender because of my Hulk rage. Lucky the GM engineer isn't here, because that kick would have gone directly to the schnoz of the person that thought that this is appropriate. So let's start it up and see if it runs. She's a runner. My fingernail is throbbing. I'm gonna have to stick a needle through it to relieve this pressure, and I already know I'm gonna lose this fingernail because of that stupid battery. All right, take this and scrape all the windows. Don't cut your fingers. Oh, that dent, look what I did. Cooler heads prevail. My head, not so cool. Driving this thing to the car wash, we need to check the fluids. So the tire pressure is good, 36 pounds in every tire, and we want to make sure we have oil, transmission fluid. You don't want to just get in the car and go and find out that it's dry as a bone. Hold that. Right off the bat, we do have to close the air box. So that's closed because you don't want air getting in that. It's going to go in through the filter and then through there. So here's your oil cap. We check this. You don't want it to be wet, milky white. Head gasket issues. It means oil and coolant are mixing. That's not a good sign. So the fact that that's dry is a good sign. We'll pull the dipstick, and then we're gonna wipe everything off. The first hole is low. The last hole, the top hole, is high. The one right in the middle is in the middle, all right? You typically do want your oil right at the full line, which is that top line, okay? Even though I said that's high, that's the full line. So we wiped off the stick. The engine is not running. Stick it in, pull it out, and we are just above full with pretty golden brown oil. You can smell it sometimes. Make sure it doesn't smell burnt. It smells brand new, like somebody just did an oil change. That's a great sign. And then the transmission dipstick is over here. You're supposed to check this when the car is running and up to temperature, but at least we'll check to see if it's red. A little brown, kind of looks like oil. It's supposed to look like red, but the levels seemed right. So we have fluids, we have good tire pressure. It's your car. Why don't you drive it? Temperature staying strong, which is good. Any idea what this thing is right here? No. No idea? Flip it open. Don't do it upside down. Open it up. That up, open that up. There it is now. It's an ashtray. Manufacturers stopped putting ashtrays in cars in the early 2000s. So in replacement, you could buy a cup holder ashtray that goes in your cup holder. Nana had one in all her cars. It's our first drive in your first car. So the window's not going up. That's not good. Oh, there we go. Okay. We'll see if the AC works. It's pretty quiet and smooth. And the boost works. You can see your PSI gauge increase. Goes straight down the road, so if you let your hands off the steering wheel and go straight, you know your alignment's good. If you hit the brakes and it doesn't pull in either direction, that's a positive sign your alignment's good. If it doesn't pulse on the pedal or the steering wheel, you know your brakes feel okay. So far, it's a pretty solid purchase for $650 minus the crack in the steering wheel and the giant dent on the passenger front fender. I mean, if you were pretty stoked with like a wheel and tire cleaner, I really just want to get rid of the leaves. I would not spray the ignition coils right here. You don't want to get those wet and dirty because they'll pop. So this is like a wheel and tire. Well, nothing's happening now, but it's supposed to be a wheel and tire cleaner, like a degreaser. We'll get on with it. That was a preliminary car wash. Now we're gonna go through car wash number 2. The problem is I accidentally left the trunk open. I don't think I can do any more damage than I had already done to it. The other thing is this window goes down on its own. So if I take my finger off the button, this happens. I hate you. Oh, dad jokes. So like I said, if I take my finger off the window, I think it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. And it's not gonna go back up. So Logan already emptied all the trash out of the car. He's vacuuming the trunk. He's gonna clean the floor mats. I'm gonna vacuum the interior. The engine bay is already looking pretty great. Supercharger looks wonderful. And we're gonna clean up the engine bay as well. Here's what the interior looks like right now. Back seats, dash, floor. So the before. So this is what I like to see. Logan on his hands and knees cleaning those wheels. Look at how nice the wheels are coming out. Just some degreaser and a rag and some elbow grease and they're coming out awesome. I am using the blowgun right here to blow out all the dirt. So I vacuumed it once. Hope I don't get stung by that bee. Vacuumed it once. The blowgun opens up all the dirt and debris that's like really compressed in all the hard to reach places. So I blow it all out and then, ooh, that's a lot of water. And then I'm going to vacuum it one more time. So I'm gonna turn the water on, make sure the water's on. I'm gonna rinse everything down on the floor mat, run it down. So just gonna run the dirt off the floor mat down to the bottom of the floor mat and then down the drain. I'm gonna soak it. And then I'm gonna scrub it with an abrasive brush. See how that's like a heavy brush? I'm gonna scrub it. And then I'm gonna rinse it down. And if you come over here, this is actually a wash. If I turn this to wash and on, you'll see water start to come up in a minute. See the water? So I'm gonna do this face down. Let it wash it one more time. And then this one I'm gonna sort of dry. I'm gonna put it in dry. So I'll wash it once and dry it twice, okay? So scrub the next one. And then just go right down the line. Wash, rinse, wash, dry. And just like that, we're done everything we can do with the car wash. The engine looks incredible. Engine looks great. Paint, that's a heavy dent that I put there. The hood looks good. The interior looks amazing. Look at the back seats. Logan's driver's seat. The dash looks good. The trunk looks good. The jams look good. Logan, start it up and back it out. Paint looks awesome, except for where the clear coat has faded. This is an hour's worth of our time, and it went by twice as fast because I had his help. Say that again.
It actually looks so much better already.
It looks so much better already. The heated seat definitely works because my back is roasting. So now we're gonna do a headlight correction. I dented that fender on purpose so I could show you how to fix a dent on a fender. We're gonna do a headlight correction. We're gonna fix the bumper that has a dent in it too, and then figure out why the check engine light, ABS traction control light is on, and get the mirror back on, and we should be pretty good to move this thing for a quick flip. I am pretty pleased with this, and what you need to learn how to do is see the beautiful in the ugly. That's what your mom did. Saw the beautiful in the ugly. Get it? Car runs great. It's clean and runs great. So this Monte Carlo is coming out splendid. This is the end of part one. In part two, we're gonna finish this car and sell it at auction. So make sure to follow and subscribe so you get notifications for when part two comes out, which will be our next video. From there, we're going to use those proceeds towards another vehicle, and we're gonna continue this flip series until my son Logan can afford a nice car by the time he is 16. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in part two.